Welcome to Granny Shift, and I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And this has been a
30
of Fast Five.
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, it's Jesse from the original Fast and the Furious, and you're listening to Granny Shifting, the Fast and Furious podcast.
And it's been, you're back from Mexico again.
Yeah, officially.
Yeah.
Really actually back.
Yeah, this is our first recording since you've been in Mexico.
Yeah.
So if you hear a slight Hispanic Latino accent coming from Jason,
Yeah.
it's because he
That's
was in
why.
Mexico.
Yep. And I didn't get tan.
Yeah, the sun wasn't out.
Normally, it doesn't take much for me to get tan, but it was some pretty bad weather while we were down there.
You're as tan as most Hispanics are in Pennsylvania this time.
That's fair. But I wasn't in Pennsylvania.
That's true.
So,
That's true.
yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. So getting right into the minute here, we have
So they have the
Brian-
head unit flipped out,
right.
and it's showing locations.
Yeah, Brian immediately knows. This is all in Spanish, right?
Yeah.
And Brian immediately knows what's going on with this thing.
He must be pretty good at Spanish.
I guess so. Because he said, "Look at that, same building, same order every week." And Dom's like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense. It's a delivery schedule."
Yeah, they're just figuring it all out looking at it.
It's just so it's
So if it's a delivery schedule, why is it on a chip on a GT40?
right. Is this the only way they have to transport it to someplace else? They
Like, that'd be a terrible transport
They don't
car.
have some 13-year-old on a dirt bike that can just take it from one spot to another for $100 or
Yeah.
something.
My only thought was maybe this is like the boss wants to have the info, so he drives this car, maybe, and this is like his nice fancy car. Still seems
the
dumb to keep it in this
Yeah.
car if this is so important.
And the DEA had this. So do you think they seized it from here? I guess so.
From what do you mean here?
From Rio. They were trying to get
Yeah.
it out of Rio.
Right. And we have to assume they know it was there because they care a lot about the car.
Yeah.
But why didn't they just immediately collect the data? And then,
Right.
like, if it's just a delivery schedule, also, the people that lost it, here's an idea. Change your delivery schedule.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Or
Like,
is it
that's
like-
not that hard.
Is it like, you know how you watch mafia movies or any sort of movie like that where they have their ledger and then they have their secret ledger? And the
Oh,
one has
it's a
all
decoy.
the we paid so and so 100,000 to kill this guy, and we paid so they have to
Right.
keep track of that for some reason.
Yeah.
Do you have to keep track of that? But they always keep it
It's good
somewhere,
business.
and then they're always at risk of somebody finding it. So this is incriminating evidence that's saying, oh, they're dropping off drugs here and picking up money there, and I don't know.
Well, I guess we're about to get into here what they're dropping off.
Yeah.
But there'd be no need to actually put that. I guess delivery schedule, you'd include what you're delivering. Maybe take
Yeah.
this canned corn to this grocery store. Quick scene change though. As they're looking at that, we see some vehicles
Yeah,
tearing
Yukon,
through the favelas.
whatever this thing is.
Yeah, that military Humvee looking
Yeah.
ordeal.
It's
Suburban.
pretty interesting because the Yukons get to the same destination just as easily as the all utility
They're on roads.
terrain.
There may come a time when they don't have roads, and then the Yukon isn't going to be able to hang.
Yeah.
Or if they're getting shot at, that vehicle looks like it'd be
Oh yeah, majorly bulletproof.
Bulletproof.
Yeah.
Also, interesting. This where you pause it here. The doors have little tiny windows on the lower part, almost like semi trucks have.
So they can see down.
But
Well,
it's
these
pretty
windows
small.
are really small
So
Or
what
these
is that
are
little window for?
to stick a gun out of.
Oh, that would make sense. It flips open.
Yeah,
You can point a barrel. You can't aim it. You can point
No.
a barrel out it.
yeah. You can point it forward and back. That's pretty much it.
Interesting. So they're tearing up through the favelas, and they come to a stop at. I thought that place looked familiar. Oh, scene change.
Yeah, we're back. We're back in the shop.
Back in the garage, looking at the flip out or head unit.
Yeah. And the GT40 is still completely tore apart. I think
Yeah.
that's going to be an important thing to think about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we already figure out what this says? Cargo peso? gotta go
I think we
peso.
looked that up last minute. I forget. Oh, okay. It's the cargo. They click on it, so it's a touchscreen. This is a high-end head unit here. And it brings up the addresses, and to the right, it says 49.2 kilos, 50 kilos. 50, it's like all around 49 kilos, which is what, 100 pounds?
I have no clue.
I always figure a kilo is about like 2 pounds to a kilo. It's not exact, but it's like close enough that my mind can transfer that.
I feel like, from what I know, 49 kilos is $1 million in 20s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How would you know such a thing?
Are you being facetious?
Yes, I'm being facetious.
All right. What do we just say? How many pounds is it?
You all will find out why Ryan said that
How many
shortly.
pounds is 49 kilos? Let's see if Siri knows anything.
But it's like 105. All right, she's thinking. This is a tough question. She's loading. The dots are spinning.
Have you seen that?
Wow,
that-
that should not be this hard.
Oh, my word. It just went away. Siri is seriously the
Probably
worst.
Google it.
How many pounds is 49 kilograms? 108.
Okay.
You see
So
that
it's
guy
about
on
double.
TikTok, the like weightlifting, gym cleaning looking guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has like a 70 kilo.
38 kilos.
Oh, 38 kilo.
So
it's 70 pounds.
70 pound
A
mop.
70 pound.
Or
mop.
35 kilo. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a little more than double. Okay.
If Anatoly is his name,
Oh,
and he
okay.
goes dressed up as a janitor around the gym, and he is like freakishly strong for what his body looks like.
Yeah.
So there's always, I know you've seen it, I'm just explaining it to the
Oh,
listeners.
yeah, sorry. I was just getting excited.
There's like these big bodybuilders like lifting, like deadlifting crazy amounts of weight, and he'll walk up and be like, "Oh, can I clean here?" And they're like, "All right." And he's like, "I just need to move this," and he just picks it up and walks with it.
How does
and
he
they're always
walk
like,
with it? That's crazy.
I don't know.
And
He is
puts
super
it
strong.
down. Yeah.
And he's like a professional competitive weightlifter.
Oh, is he?
Because he's like not big.
No, he's not at all.
I bet he's 180 pounds, maybe less.
And
he's,
he comes up to these guys. He's like, "Why do you use fake weights?"
yeah, he's like,
hits
these are
on them.
fake. And they're
Yeah.
like, you think it's fake? Then you lift it. And he goes
Right.
over and like
He's
does
like, "You
like,
are using fake weights."
5
It's just like,
reps.
yeah.
and then he hands him his mop and it like slams to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
All
All right. So kilos. I immediately thought drugs. They're
Yeah.
delivering drugs.
But Brian knows better.
Yeah, because Mia says that. Drugs?
Yeah.
Brian says no.
How does he know it's a dealer pack?
That's a dealer pack. And what is a dealer pack?
All right. So most major let me explain this to you.
Okay.
So most major players, they weigh their money instead of having to count it every time.
Which is so bogus.
You don't think so?
No, because the weight of your money only matters if you know exactly what the bills are. The weight of
It would have to always
100
be the
pounds
same bill.
of a $1 bill is very different than 100 pounds of a $100 bill. And if they're mixed in there, so if somebody hands you, you weigh it, yep, you're good. It's not gold. All right,
Sorry,
Ryan's
our-
backing up here.
Our video got messed up. All right.
okay.
So it's a dealer pack.
So most major players, they weigh their money so they don't have to constantly count it. Right there. That's 49 kilos. 49 kilos is a million in 20s. Why would it be 20s? Seems inefficient. If you're talking, first off, we're in Rio de Janeiro. Why are they using 20s?
What do you think they would have less than that?
No, I'm thinking they have a different money down there.
Oh.
Wouldn't they?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
What
would
money
think so.
system do they use in
Here,
Brazil?
let me not ask Siri.
Just Google it. Does Google have a assistant?
What currency do they use in Rio de Janeiro?
The real, according to GSMA,
The real.
currency and exchange.
What's the exchange rate? Maybe it doesn't matter. All right,
How much
too
is
much
100 in
info.
Rio? So 100 US is 583.
Okay.
Huh.
But Brian's claiming it's just because he sees kilos, Like, he's like, that's not drugs. It could be 50 kilos is a lot of a drug.
Yeah.
Like 100 pounds of weed is a huge amount of weed. 100 pounds of cocaine is a ridiculously valuable amount of cocaine.
Yeah.
So
I don't
100,
understand why she says, you're saying each of these shipments is worth $10 million?
that's crazy.
But he's saying each line is 49 kilos.
Yeah.
49 kilos is 1 million. Why is she saying each of these shipments is worth 10 million?
Wait, back up. What did he say was... All right.
So that's a dealer pack.
They weigh their money, so they don't have to count it. 49 kilos is 1,000,000 in 20s. And let's just say it's 100, that'd be 5 million, not 10 million. You're saying each one of these shipments is worth 10 million? No,
But like
1
it
million.
was, and there was only 7 on the screen. So even if that whole
They were
thing
all combined.
was one,
Yeah.
maybe there are 10 lines, and all of those addresses are one shipment.
But she literally says, you're saying each one of these shipments is worth 10 million. And Brian says, yeah.
Yeah, good math. He doesn't want to tell her. She walks away, and him and Dom are like, she should have stayed in school. Yeah.
Scene change. The Rock is climbing the stairs in the favelas, and this looks pretty familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah, this looks like just where Brian and Mia walked into the favelas.
Yeah, when
'Cause we
they
get
were...
the same characters eyeing them up with machetes and guns.
Every doorway has a teenager with a submachine gun.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
but The Rock's he's not intimidated by
No.
these guys.
They're also not stopping him or anything
No.
for being like bodyguards.
But they didn't stop Brian and Mia either.
I thought at one point they all like crowd and corner him.
I don't think
Like
so.
they were going to see Vince.
I think they all kind of just pop out, and then Vince comes out.
Yeah. We got one guy that looks like he works out.
Yeah, this guy
And
here.
so they're like, don't put your shirt on. And he has a pistol.
And flex.
But he
whoa,
is-
Whoa, we went too far.
He is tiny compared to The Rock.
Oh, yeah. Well,
So-
a lot of us are.
This is Vince. Yeah, that's true. This is Vince's crib, most likely.
Yeah.
But Vince isn't there. And how does The Rock know about it to begin with?
Well, the GT40 did get there. So they could have asked around how the GT40...
It got there?
Well, it's there.
How do you know?
They have it torn apart.
Well, that's at the warehouse.
Oh,
they're at.
you don't
We
think
know
this
where.
is the same place?
No, I don't think it's the
Oh,
same
okay.
place.
I thought it was the same place.
Where they're at seems like nobody knows they're there. It's
Hmm.
dark. It's quiet. This is like in the town.
Okay.
I mean, now that
Should
you're
figure
saying
out
that,
where
I
they
know
were-
you know these movies pretty well. So
I might be misremembering. But they got all that. They got to hear. I'm trying to remember. This was a while ago. That she was talking about, not necessarily because there was a flood down there and the compacted
Yes.
the ground and the dust and the road
the
and
washout
right.
or something, and we're like,
And-
and that's how they track the.
And
you
they
know, like, we'll be
would
able to
figure out
track it.
which road they got on, and somehow that led them to this exact
to the
alley.
town,
Right.
Where it's like they didn't run. If you're running off into the desert, maybe you're tracking a car into the favelas. No, I
Yeah.
don't think so.
It's a
There's
zoo
a lot
in
of
there.
cars
Yeah.
driving around there.
Yeah.
But I guess to find out, you're gonna have to tune in
Yeah.
next week.
On Granny Shifting.
The Fast and Furious podcast,
Thanks for listening. I'm Ryan,
and I'm Jason.
and always remember.
Winning's winning.